Talking about relationships here, let's discuss what I refer to as the 3 C's of masculine attractiveness. I believe that a great deal of masculine attractiveness in the eyes of women is wrapped up in 3 traits: confidence, composure, and charisma. Now, confidence is a certainty of who you are as a man, your identity, and a certainty of where you are going in life, direction, momentum. Composure is being grounded, level-headed, calm, and tested. And charisma is the magic of life, being truly alive, body, mind, spirit. Being animated, passionate, and others-focused. Now, confidence. Confidence is wrapped up in 3 words: certainty, identity, and direction. Certainty and confidence are mutually inclusive. The one grows the other. The more certain you are about anything, the more confidence you have, and vice versa. Let's apply this to men. Identity. Confidence is a certainty of who you are as a man. That is your identity. Confidence in any realm of life grows as you come to know the subject matter better. The better you know something, the more confident you will be in its application. Confident men know who they are. I mean, at the core. They have a firm grasp of their identity. Let's look at the 2 extremes of confidence. I call this the confidence factor. The confident man. It's a man who knows very clearly who he is and who he is not. He understands his strengths and his weaknesses. He knows the areas of his life that he brings value to. And then, knowing these, he has ordered his life in a clear direction and knows with certainty what his goals are and how he will accomplish them. That brings us to direction. Confidence is a certainty of your direction, your identity today, and the certainty of where you are going with your life. The confident man has an inner momentum because he is becoming a better man with a better plan. The unconfident man is unsure of who he really is. He doesn't understand why he fails or succeeds. He can't really nail down what motivates him from day to day. Therefore, he has no strong sense of purpose or direction. The desire might be there, but there is no plan in place. So what is the great news here? It's this: you can always, perpetually, increase your personal confidence. How? Increase your self-certainty. Understand your identity. Discover who you are at your core. You really don't have to become anyone you are not. Become you. And then your sense of certainty then you'll grow in your sense of certainty and life direction. Look, if you are not comfortable with the direction in which you are headed, you can absolutely redirect your path, your vision for your life, and then put a plan in place to become that man. So, how does masculine confidence relate to the way a woman views her significant other or a dating prospect? Look, there are 3 questions that women must answer about a man, and they are directly connected to his personal confidence. Here are the 3 big questions she must answer. First, who are you? This is the identity question. 2, where are you going in life? This is the direction question. Now, why are these 2 so important? Because they help her answer the 3rd and most critical question: do I fit in? Does she fit in? This is the compatibility question. Ultimately, she needs to know whether the 2 of you fit together, whether they would be chemistry and alignment. Yes, physical attractiveness is important, of course, but it must be coupled with an alignment attractiveness as well. And men also need to answer those 3 questions about women, but they go about it in different ways and in different timing. Let's look at the 3 questions. First, who are you? Healthy men understand who they are and who they are not. This is self-awareness. This leads them to understand what they bring to a relationship, and this is critical, what type of woman will be a good fit for them. It is important for her to know that you understand yourself, because a man who does not understand himself has no idea what type of woman is right for him. Your certainty in who you are leads her to a certainty of whether you'd be a good fit. Then she can address the second question: where are you going in life? This is the direction and momentum question. She needs to know who you are, that's great, but then also, where are you going? What are you going to do with your life? Who are you becoming, and what do you wish to accomplish? First, she needs to see that you're doing something with your life, not merely existing. And then she can begin to consider whether you are going somewhere that she wants her man to be going, that you are becoming the man she wants her man to become. And that knowledge enables her to address the third question: does she fit in? What's behind this question? This reveals whether you have true value alignment. You both might have directional values, but if those are headed in opposite directions, you just might be miserable together. Let's look at an incredibly simple example. She wants to have kids. I mean, lots of kids. It's a core value to her, and she wants to build a family legacy. You don't want kids. I mean, you never wanted kids, you never will. Would you two find value alignment? Would you two be happy together? Probably not. Do you see how the three questions build on top of one another? If she is to be attracted to you in a deep, healthy sense, she must know that you know who you are. She must like who you are. And she must like where you're headed with your life. Now, you two do not necessarily have to be headed in the exact same direction. You might have different passions, but there must be some sense of alignment where she can cheer you on as you pursue your passions. And she must know that you will always do the same for her. All right, well, I must admit there is a fourth hidden question that she must answer regarding you, and it's this. Here's the fourth hidden question: can I trust you? This is the integrity question. This question is the lens through which the three previous questions are viewed. She asks, are you who you say that you are? Prove it. Are you really headed in that direction with your life, or are you full of dreams or full of crap? Do you have what it takes to get there? Men, you must become trustworthy. If you can become reliably and remarkably trustworthy, you will earn the woman of your dreams, because you will be the man she dreams of. Confidence fosters the security that comes from knowing both who you are and who you are not yet. A confident, secure, and self-aware man knows who he is and what his needs are. He has a knowledge of himself and who will be compatible with him. Is it possible to grow your confidence as a man? Yes, it is. Again, confidence is about certainty, who you are and who you are becoming. Therefore, the way a man grows his confidence is through learning about himself. It is only through the ongoing, relentless discipline of looking inside yourself that make profound self-discoveries. I would like to introduce you to one of my favorite words: perspicacity. Perspicacity is the ability to see with a keen and focused eye into the true meaning of things. It's genuine insight and clarity. Perspicacity is the ability to see not the unseen, but things as they really are, to see what others rarely see. It's mental vision. I want to challenge you to a greater perspicacity in life. I want you to begin the practice of looking at yourself and your life with a keen and focused eye, to use your mental vision. Now, this is difficult because we tend to see things as we wish they were rather than as they really are. Why? Because the truth hurts. Our life stories are riddled with paragraphs of pain, sentences of suffering and words of weaknesses. I challenge you to become self-perspicacious. You can do it. You must do it. All right, let's dig a little deeper here on the topic of composure. Composure is demonstrated by how you respond to threats. That is your threat perception. And what's more, you determine whether something or someone is a threat in the first place. Not sensing everything as a threat in the first place is a surefire way to demonstrate a high level of composure. All right, let's think about classic examples of men of composure. Most every great adventurer, warrior, explorer, etc., had great composure, cool under fire, calm in the storm, strong in the face of opposition, undaunted. I want you to grow your personal composure. By the way, composure does not mean boring. The most adventurous and courageous men are also the most composed under pressure. Let's look at why that is. I'll introduce you to my composure equation. My composure equation, a threat times your response equals your levels of composure. Now, the first step is when you sense something as a threat to you. There are many ways to respond to threats. Some are appropriately composed, while others are inappropriately uncomposed and unproductive. The magic in determining your composure is in your response to that threat. The things that we may encounter in life that may upset our homeostasis are always perceived to be threats. Now, there are two categories of threats to men. The first categories are threats to our physical safety and security. And these come, of course, in two ways. These are immediate dangers. These trigger our fight or flight instincts. Our limbic system, reptile brain kicks in, takes over without us asking it to. And then there are the not so immediate dangers. These are processed by our prefrontal cortex, our advanced human brains. And we should have reasonable responses. By the way, we modern humans tend to mistake stress for danger. I call it first world neurosis. That is why even though we have everything we need, we are so stressed out, and it affects us physically with a myriad of health problems. Much of it stems from the flood of cortisol that we suffer from. But I digress. So those are threats to our physical safety and security. And then there are threats to our reputation. I call these sociologic stressors. Let me explain sociologic stress. During the course of human development and history, a man's reputation was critical. Everything depended upon it. Until very recently in human history, we lived within basic hunter-gatherer social units of 30 to 50 people. Now, modern anthropologists call these units bands or clans. Each man's existence within that band was based on his reputation and standing within the pecking order. Ostracism was deadly. At the core, anything that caused others in the band to question a man's manhood was a serious affront to a physical danger or threat. It was akin to a physical danger or threat. A man's reputation determined everything from the cut of meat he received, his choice of mate, and leadership authority. The times have changed, of course, for the better for the most part, but your internal wiring has not. I frequently hearken back to early band society because it is the wiring that we all have to this day. To fight against your internal wiring is a losing battle. So sociologic stress is anything you perceive as a threat to your reputation. So every threat we face falls into one of these two categories: physical dangers, immediate or non-immediate, or sociological stress, social stress. And sociological stress is almost completely driven by the opinions of others. No matter what you say, you deeply care about your reputation and the opinions of others. It's in your biology. And by the way, if everything feels like a threat to your manhood, then you certainly appear to others as having a very small manhood. So why do men so often over-respond to threats, or more often view things that are threats that are not actual threats? It comes down to perception. Let's think about this with a metaphor. Men tend to see the world and potential threats through one of two types of glass: a magnifying glass or a window glass. Some men view every interaction and situation as though through a magnifying glass. They tend to blow everything out of proportion. They tend to take everything personally. And you see that they have a low level of composure because they have an overly high threat perception. There's always an inverse relationship between a man's threat perception and his composure. Other men, composed men, see fewer threats. They see things as they are, as if through a window glass. They do not magnify or take things personally unless they are actual threats. We need to really break this process down to understand it best. I have a simple series of lessons and process to lead men through to simply slow down and consider their threat perception, to remain composed. Many women are highly attracted to men who have a real personality with genuine passion and enthusiasm. But at the same time, she wants to know that when the shiznit hits the fan, you'll remain composed. Now, the good news here is that we can change. You can change. You must change. First for your own sake, and then for the sake of those who love you and those who depend on you. And for those who you care about being as attractive, for those of you who care about being as attractive to women as possible in romantic relationships, composure is critical. She is watching. And now the third C in masculine attractiveness, charisma. What is charisma? My definition of charisma is being truly alive, body, mind, and spirit. With men, I say power, plan, and purpose. It's being animated, passionate, and others-focused, generous. Now, a sort of classic definition from Merriam-Webster's dictionary of charisma is a personal magic of leadership, arousing special popular loyalty or enthusiasm for a public figure, such as a political leader, a special magnetic charm or appeal, having a sense of being and gravity that others are attracted to, compelled to. Sound a bit dramatic? It shouldn't. And it takes all different shapes and forms in men. Living a life with true depth is the charismatic life. You carry a sense of weight and gravity to your life that others are compelled towards. And there is no escaping the truth that a man with charisma is a man of passion. You cannot have charisma without having a deep well of passion. There are three things that I believe every man must be passionate about. One, his physical health, his power. Two, improving himself, his plan. And three, generosity, his purpose. So, where do you stand today, sir? And why is masculine charisma important to women? Now, do you recall earlier what I said about confidence? I stated the confident man that has a certainty of two things. One, who he is, his identity, and two, where he is going, his direction, momentum. This has a powerful influence on his charisma in relation to women in a romantic relationship. See, sometimes men misunderstand what women want their man to be pursuing. She does not want to be your goal. She does not want to be the vision you have for your life. No, she wants to know that you have a goal that you're pressing towards with all the unction you can muster towards. She wants to see your passion, hear you talk about the things that you're passionate about. Then she can cheer you on, push you forward. She might even join you in your quest, but she does not want to be your quest. She wants a man with charisma, built on the foundation of confidence and composure. I say, for you to earn the attention and affection of the woman of your dreams, you must become the man she dreams about. A man with power, plan, and a purpose. All right, I'll close with this last thought. Sir, you have what it takes. You do. You might not know where to find it or where you hid it, but it is there inside you. Let's bring it, you, to life with confidence, composure, and charisma.